After Katrina, I think this whole kind of, good old boy network kind of mentality of not letting new people in just died. I'm a second generation American. My parents immigrated from India. So, the idea of kind of doing something bold to kind of better yourself and ideally better the area you're in kind of sticks with me. And so I think that kind of combined with the fact that, when I was making this decision, it was very hard for me because it was very, the non-entrepreneurial path, the corporate path is very, for me, it would have been very low risk. I could, manager at this age, director at this age, VP at this age, whatever, right? And so the entrepreneurial side had more risk. And because New Orleans offered the chance to be part of the rebuilding, kind of, when I'm 50 years old, I'll put it to you this way, when I'm 50 years old, and my kids ask me what I did between I was 30 and 40, I can say I was part of the rebirth of a great American city. My name is Neel Sus, CEO of Susco Solutions and Touch Studios. We founded Susco after Katrina. It's a software development company that does enterprise software. And 2 years ago, we started Touch Studios, which does cool iPhone, iPad apps. As a matter of fact, we'll be doing an app that highlights the things to do and great things happening in downtown New Orleans. There's a natural tendency in tech to kind of associate kind of young and energetic with competent, which doesn't necessarily apply in a lot of industries. So I think that that also kind of comes into play with our ability to, kind of network, get in the scene, quickly gain credibility in a space we may not have done much work in before. Downtown New Orleans, the kind of metaphor I like to make for that is the same as I make for the city as a whole. So if you look at, say, New Orleans compared to like another bigger city with a population of 5 million people, to me it's got all the upside of a city with 5 million people, all the diversity, the things to do, the food, the culture, but it's got all the upside of a much smaller city. The cost of living, the reasonable traffic, I think just kind of the environment, the fact you'll run into people you actually know, more than once every 5 years on the street. And I think you can take that and apply that specifically to downtown where, sure you have downtown traffic, but it's not quite as bad as most major downtowns, but you have huge opportunities there. I can't tell you how many cities I've been to the same size New Orleans as New Orleans. The downtown looks approximately the same, but at 5 o'clock it's a ghost town. And you're like, it's kind of depressing. And so I think it works well with the city. I go back to India every 2 or 3 years, right? And every time I go, I'm astonished, but the progress they made, the problems they still have, but the progress they make, the clip they're making it at, and I'm seeing the same thing here now, kind of like what I saw there, say 5, 10 years ago, where we have some huge problems here, but it's just the rate at which we're addressing them, it's insane.